Hello everyone, it's Scott and welcome back to another episode of Feed the Beast Infinity Evolved Skyblock Expert Mode. So this is a applied energistics matter condenser. So the matter condenser is a pretty easy block. Basically only requires a little bit of crushed fluix dust, some iron, and some glass. And what that does is it gives me the ability to create singularities by putting in a 64K storage component, which will allow any item that's dumped into the matter condenser to build up as stored energy. And when this hits 256,000 energy, it's going to dump out a singularity, which I have set up to exit into a hopper into a chest. Now I don't have any yet, but what I'm doing is I'm using this cobble gen here and just pumping these guys full of world interaction upgrades. So what I'm going to do is let this sit with 64 world interaction upgrades. What that's going to do is pull 64 cobble per cycle, a little bit of speed upgrades, that way it dumps it down into the matter condenser, goes down this channel as fast as possible. And so the other thing I want to demo is where I've moved the AE2 system. So if we go down here, we'll see it's all gone. And so where did I put it? I put it, well, up here. So I've made another elevator block and dumped things up to a new sky level where I've kind of put the bare bones down to basically allow me to craft additional items. I made another ME interface. I've moved the crystal growth accelerators over here, and I have my ender chest, which is going to be my item transport. And what I'm considering doing is moving the entire storage door network upstairs. And if I don't do that, then what I need to do is just wait for the matter condenser to kick out a singularity, and then I'll work on a quantum gate in order to make the two networks communicate. So for now, this is working out pretty well. I'm making a couple more resonant machine frames over there. The iridium is working out okay. I'm up to 25 more iridium ore. I'll deal with that when it gets to 64. But for now, the reactors seem to be working okay. There's I guess a fair amount of MOX fuel. What am I missing? Let's go down to quad MOX. And is there any reason why this isn't generating? Because I have 10 of these. Oh, I'm missing iron plate. That's why. So yeah, so I'm trying to decide on what I should work on next. I have the precursors here to the ME system. Whether I just want to start moving things in mass upstairs. I've got. I guess the next goal is I want to get started on Botania, so that way I could set up the base automations to start generating the living rock and the living wood, and yep, some of the items for that. Let's grab the iron plate and just shuffle on back. And a couple episodes ago, I already started with the there we go. Yep, a lot of fuel here. So I started with the Botania flowers using the special fertilizer right here, the floral fertilizer, which I can just make using yellow and red dyes, and then dropping that on grass will just create plenty of flowers for me, and yep, so that's working fine again. I did not make any additions to the banks, but what I am doing is I'm creating another stack of scenarium. So I just dumped 64 pieces in to let it run. That's bleeding down, but there's still. I think I can stop this. I guess it's a well 7 more pieces. That'll be fine. But so very shortly, let me check on the resonant machine frame because this is probably another energy hog. This is almost done also. Yep, so just a little bit more to go, another million or so. So, yep, so I guess what I need to do is focus on setting up a Botania area. So let me get ready to do that. Alright, so it looks like this went a little faster than I expected. So I already have a singularity because this thing is just rip-roaring along. So I'm going to let it just collect more singularities here. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a safe spawn area. And so what I'm going to do is drop some ender pearls into the pulverizer so that way I can get some ender pearl powder. And this looks like what I'm supposed to do for ender dust. Since there doesn't seem to be one that matches that name in the NEI. But in order to make the quantum entangled singularity, I need an ender dust plus a singularity and then blow it up with a piece of TNT. So yeah, so if I'm going to do that, then let's, well, actually, you know what? I can just since I know that this is going to blow up, let me just go out here a couple spaces. And yep, make sure that wherever it drops, it's definitely going to be a safe drop. So let's. Oh, I should mention I made the Ender IO magnet, and so I'm gonna just leave this guy active for a while. So as long as it's in my inventory and enabled with a shift right click, this guy, which is a pretty easy build, conductive iron, which is just redstone and iron, electrical steel, which is steel and silicon, and then the vibrant crystal is the most complicated, which was just the emerald tube plus vibrant alloy, blah blah blah. And so once I got that, that's going to keep items from falling to their doom. So that way, if I have a chance to grab it, it's going to just kind of float around me until it's absorbed by my inventory. So let's drop down. Actually, let's turn this off so I stop collecting items. Drop an ender dust. Drop the singularity. Light the TNT. And there we go. Alright, so now we have one quantum entangled singularity. Awesome. And so let's just hold on to that for a bit because that's going to be what I need for the next step, which is the quantum ring and the quantum link chamber. So I'm going to need to make 8 of these quantum rings for each side of the link, and then so I'm going to need 16 total plus 2 of these shape crafting guys for quantum link chamber. And so Fluix Pearl is pretty easy. It's just a lot of Fluix plus an Ender Pearl. Likewise, the ring is just going to be this energy cell is probably going to be the most complicated. Oh, I have to make dense cable too. Okay, so I might as well start building up the patterns for the dense cable. So it looks like I'm going to need a covered cable, which is going to need. Do I have any cable whatsoever right now? Yeah, I just have the regular cable. So let me grab another piece of wool and grab that. Okay, there we go. There's my 10 wool. So let's head back upstairs. Bip, bip. And I'm also thinking, I was looking at the Traveler's Wand, which is something that I haven't had since I played Sky Factory. So that's one that it's gonna, with a right click, you instantly transport, and And so that's something I think I definitely want to look into. But let's grab the colored cable and make one of those. Throw that in the ME system here. Then let's make the dense cable. Bam. And drop that in. And I think I need then to, what was that? I need, I guess, a little bit more glowstone, a little more redstone. So let's grab that. Make sure those are in inventory. And so let's build up at least a couple. Okay, so I'm going to need a lot more wool. Going to need a lot more glass. Yep. So again, these are things I'm just going to have to shuttle back and forth from the downstairs storage system. All right. So the first thing I need in Botania is the Petal Apothecary. So this is going to need a cauldron, some double compressed cobblestone, and some slabs. And fortunately, I'm going to take my flower pouch and grab out, I don't know, what do I have the most of? One of the yellow flowers, I guess. Let's grab out mystical yellow flower and convert it into petals. Great. And so with that, let's pump in the yellow petals. And yep, so all I need are the slabs and done. So with the Petal Apothecary, let me set this up. The first thing that I'm going to need to build is the Pure Daisy. So this guy is essentially the base flower that I'm going to need, which is 4 mystical white petals inside the apothecary. And this is the flower that's going to do all of my conversion for me to basically start producing the living rock and the living wood. So let's grab the 4 petals. And in this case, where do I want to put the apothecary? I'm not sure, but let's grab that. Maybe for now I'll just put it over here in the grassy area. So let's drop it here. Let's put the water in the apothecary. Then the 4. Whoops! Guess what I forgot? I forgot seeds. So let's what's a good source of seeds? Probably pumpkins. Since I have well, 11,000 of them. So let's grab some of those and drop one of these seeds into the apothecary. Bam. And so like that, I now have a pure daisy, which, yeah, so at this point I just need to set up an area where I can start pumping stone and wood. Okay, so I managed to put down the pure daisy surrounded with oak blocks which turned into living wood after 1 clock minute. And what I'm going to do is build a open chest and then hook it up to my ME system. So what I'm going to do is take the ME interface and let's call this Crystal Growth. And let's pick that up as a renamed interface. Bam. Okay, so back up here to our crafting level. So I've put the crystal growth accelerators with the open crate, and so I'm going to place this right next to the current adjacent to the open crate, which is a unique block in that it can drop items down in a straight line, unlike the dropper, which likes to place things off at a potential angle. So what we can do then is crack this open. Actually, I wonder if I can. Yep, that's not going to connect unless I do that. Okay. And at this point, I should now have a new block in my system for crystal growth accelerators. Okay, great. And so what I'm going to do is build a formula for the Fluix crystals. So let's grab quartz, specifically charged quartz. Let's grab a redstone, and let's grab a nether quartz, and together these are going to create the fluix crystals. And so what I'm going to do is take this crafting pattern, change it to processing pattern over here by clicking on it so it looks like a furnace, and double right click means that this is going to create 2 fluix crystals. So we can just verify this with the formula over here. So 1 charged, 1 nether, 1 redstone dust, get 2 fluix crystals. Got it. Okay, so if I create this pattern and then place it over here in the interface, I should be able to create the fluix crystals on demand. However, we'll see in a second why this doesn't work. So let's switch to craftable. Let's make 10 of those and drop them in. So that's going to dump over here in the crystal growth accelerator. So what should happen, whoops, is I fall right through the floor. Alright, so I got it to work by placing a chest with a import bus that's getting items pulled in from a transfer node with world interaction upgrades, as well as a item filter that's specifically set to look for fluix crystals. So that way it doesn't pull out the component pieces as it's generating the combination. So I'll update that filter as I add the pure Certus and the pure Fluix mixes to the crystal growth accelerator. And at this point, I've upgraded to dense cable, so I'm running that underneath the base out to the machine area here. I think I need to move the charger machine up here, and I made a second co-processing unit here so that I could do a little bit more crafting in parallel. And yep, so that's working out pretty good. Alright, so I think I found a bug with the pack, and it has to do with the reusability of the Certus Course wrench. So even though it says it will not be consumed, I set up a pattern for the quantum ring, which uses an energy cell, and when I went to craft the energy cell with the ME system, it consumed the wrench. So I ended up cheating in a replacement wrench, because when I go and do it manually, it drops the wrench back into my inventory. And I don't know if that's something that is normally supposed to happen, but because it's a non-consumed item, and it's there might be a special rule to it. But yep, so that's really unfortunate. So what I'm going to do is just run through the remaining pieces here of the I'm going to need to make more fluix. So I'm going to need to run through the remaining pieces of the 11 more energy cells, and then craft the 16 quantum rings that I need. Alright, here's the last one. Let's drop that in, and now we have 16 energy cells. So let's drop all those back in and get back to the ring. And in theory, okay, I am missing wool, iron, and nether. So let's drop the remaining of this wool and grab all those other pieces. So let's grab 2 stacks of iron, as well as a stack of nether quartz, and head back up. And in they go. Ring. Okay, now I have everything, and start. So one of the new things about AE2 is that they've added a timer, which I don't think existed before in the other versions that I was playing with. So kind of helpful, but Also, it's just an estimated time, so it doesn't really know which. I don't know if it's using like pre-computed values or if there's some sort of timing that it's doing, maybe building statistics on the various pieces. But yep, you can see that it was much faster than the original estimation. And bam, 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 bam. Done. Okay. So let's grab those pieces out, and as well as the singularity. And then we will also need to grab our, where's the other pieces? The quantum link chamber, and I guess I must have misplaced my storage bus, but okay, plenty of charge, so let's head down here. And what I'd like to do is hook this up to the dense cable. Actually, yep, so I'll hook it up to the dense cable here. Correction, do I have any more dense cable? I do. Here we go. Okay. So what we will do is create a new, well, is this going to work with all these different colors? Maybe not. All right, well, we'll do it off the bottom. So the quantum ring is not connecting. Okay, so let's grab the magnet back out. And this time we'll use the correct Fluix cable, so that will connect to that. We'll have to make a circle pattern of 8 pieces and one in the center, so quantum link chamber. And now it's formed the multi-block, and we should see that it should be energized. So the blue light's turned on, at least in this case. So let's head up here and set up at least another dense cable. Okay, dense. Okay, and we're also going to need our energy acceptor, so we'll need a second one here, as well as let's grab a chunk of Fluix cable, get that processing. Alright, and that is done. So let's grab that out of the system. And let's head downstairs. And what I'd like to do, yep, okay. Let's hook it over here. Yeah, this will be good. So what we'll do is we'll set up the quantum ring here in this pattern. We'll place the link chamber back in the middle and place the matching quantum entangled singularity here in the center. Now, it's not doing anything right now until I hook up the energy acceptor. So this is going to touch the RF network and touch the quantum ring. So we now see it's lit up. And at this point, we should be able to access the channels through the dense cable here. Now that can only be accessed through the 4 sides here. So let's grab out the glass cable that I was working with before, and I'm just going to route this up the same way that it was. And there we go. So we now should be hooked in. I see one channel on the dense cable, and if I did this right, let's head up to the very top and check out the inventory. Yes, we now see that the ME system is again hooked up to the storage door network. We can see all of the shards and everything. So with that, I am basically, I've unified all my storage networks again, and that's pretty cool. So I'm going to take a cut there and call this an episode. So a little bit of crafting, not that much moving forward towards the other long-term goals, but at least I've gotten Botania started. And so what I need to do next is craft myself up some flowers as well as a mana pool. And those are pretty standard, so I'll try to do that in between episodes and show you what I chose. And so if you could, please leave a comment and a like. And I will see you next time in Feed the Beast Infinity Evolved Skyblock Expert Mode. Bye!